Hey guys, welcome back into the channel for why am I always throwing my hands up? Can I try that again? 3. I'm like, I don't know, the maestro, please. Hey guys, welcome back into the channel for the second half of the lake house. I know it was cruel to cut it in half, but we're back and ready. And no, I'm not ready. No, get your music out of it. I'm not ready. We're only on floor 2. Okay. Shake it off. There's just too many jump scares. We solved that. I just want to do one more search. We throw a little blood. The 70s decor. Too much concrete. And that person was out of their office. Let's do a save. Maybe grab a nice little snack for the road. Okay, we saw that one person walk. We need to be really cautious. They're still locked away for right now. 81st annual beer fest. Somebody got up and walked that way. No, somebody is out and about. That's 3. I know for a fact somebody's out and about. Clearance level 3. We're gonna have to come back down for that one.
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
Shoot. A lot of tourists this year. Okay, that person there. I got my second level. If we go back down to the first...
The elevator would stop moving.
Shoot. I needed the elevator to get the flamethrower. Maybe she came out of the bathroom. I thought we saw her. There's somewhere that is accessible with this level 2 badge. That's a level 3 badge. I can't get him out. It's definitely not this, right? No.
This key
It's not how clearance levels work. There must be a machine for turning off the lockdown, though, no? All lockdown associated. This side. I've been in there. She walked that way. Level 2. I have to get into that room to the right in order to get into the elevator. Maybe the computer? Right. Maybe it's something I can access with this. No. Oh, I'm such a goofball. It's because I didn't do it. I was standing in front of it when I paused at the end of the last episode, and so I forgot to actually turn off the lockdown. That would make a difference. Lockdown was never pulled back. Deactivate lockdown.
You are now safe to resume working.
I don't feel safe.
Facility.
Sub-level 1.
You copy?
No, my
turn back. Area is extremely hostile.
people are gonna die. Shoot.
They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
I need to get back to them. Okay, I say we just chuck him, chuck him. Oh. Good night. You. In. Create a funnel. Whoa, poker games? What? Not the late night poker game. Where did he go? I'm gonna have to use these to cut through them. We've got a lot of enemies. Wait, right there. Ow! He pushed me down. Right. Strike this flare. I'm gonna have to throw it over here. Hopefully that one and done's. You know what? Flares are way better for clearing those areas that are covered by the darkness like that. I should not be using normal one-shot little... Oh. Let's hope that they gave us materials. Emergency. One of the paintings covered. Paintings turned around. Covering all of it. Y'all, we're playing with fire. More of his paintings.
Had a thought today, a possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine, in our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it?
It's a good point.
Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
This is different from what we've experienced from him. He doesn't sound like he's in competition with her there. He sounds like the normal Marmont who loves the brilliant wife of his. Huh. How does it choose to interpret the art? I didn't take that into consideration too much, but that's true. How would the darkness interpret each piece unless explicitly told exactly how to think and feel? I mean, even when told exactly how it is, people can still interpret it their own different way. So much more to unpack there. Shotgun shells. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up as well. I love how I have so many slots. Like, I have so much space right now. I'm gonna fill this up once we use that again. No articles here, just this. ATD progress review. Too much overlap between tone and style merge. Word choice good, but incomprehensible. Structural improvement. Repetition issue was solved with sufficient rounds of refinement. Refinement plus time equals progress. Style and tone prioritized over comprehensibility. Negative process. Making progress again. Individual elements are strong, but ATD's lacking awareness and attention is a blocker. How to correct. Input non-wake reference material. Source human subject. Use staff as writers. Risk of data skew. Need more wake reference material. Critical. Dark, 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 dark. Trees, 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 trees. Pond, 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 pond. Shade, 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 shade. Dim, 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 dim. Crow. Dark. Woods. Shade. Drab. Flashlight. Flashlight. Scream. 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 Breathing. Breathing. Lake. Blood. Grade -F. Style F. Not minus F. 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 DD. Dark. Scream the darkness. A dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness. A well of darkness. A vortex like black paint. Darker and darker and darker. So dark the darkness could hardly see. A dark figure emerged from the darkness, facing the darkness with dark intent. A dark knife glinted in the dark darkly. Dark like the dark eye of the dark raven, dark feathers rustling in the dark night sky, no moon. The moon had been eaten by the dark drank it. And the sun? A dark moon rose over the dark sun that had set into the darkest darkness. Another, we keep hearing references of a black hole. The darkness darkened darkly, darkening the dark dark, until it dimly darkened even the darkest dark. DCAA. The rot snail beamed. A wooded grain bent from the owl. Egg male. 4 forms in the glass eye and melt. A cracked page booked through down in bark. I grow and longer with the lower dark sea. No one found egg male heaven. Pour during out. He chin. When all scream in blue and an axe vermilion. A day is around, flat across evening. The water murmurs in light bulb trees, round the cat. The night glares in all the streets. The coffee deers run. Fear drinks locks by windy cottages and black fires in the same mirrors. A mist heavies in panic mountain. F, 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 F. The dark woods rattled darkly. Flashlight peered into the deep darkness, and the dark shivered. Flashlight scowled. A woodsman came with an axe. The woodsman's teeth screamed. Flashlight screamed too and was cut in half. Blood mixed with the darkness. A dark blend. Coffee. Pistol looked at Flashlight in shock. There was nowhere to run, he realized. But he ran anyway. He ran into the deep dark of the woods. The woodsman rattled behind them, bouncing through the trees. Pistol knew it had nowhere to run. Pistol drew his pistol and turned to face his death. The woodsman emerged, and Pistol opened fire. Pistol's pistol flashed in the dark night, once, twice, thrice. The woodsman fell with a clatter. Pistol breathed in and out, in and out. Pistol looked at each other, each tree. In and out, he was safe. Pistol grabbed the woodsman's axe and plugged it into his pistol to charge it. He went to check on Flashlight. Pistol checked each half of Flashlight. She was dead, and he knew it. Pistol screamed at the trees. The trees screamed back. BC, BC. F's around. DCAA. Better tone and context. So, even the rating was skewed towards anything bringing up the mention of darkness. Input non-wake as reference material. So many things. This is deeply disturbing that they were trying to create this, though. To path all of this, understand all of it. Understand. Oh no. You. Ignite flare. I need something greater. Hide behind that. That guy went down fast. Whoa! I have to wait. Oh, shoot. He's in here. He's in here. Ah! Get that, reload. His head is bagged. What in the world? No, it's not. It's in a little sealed container. Okay, well, it felt bagged. I was like, it's bagged. Why is he bagged? I'm running through materials. Like, I need to find more stuff. There's got to be more in here. Does that guy still think that this is just an immersion? I need to get in there, but I'm gonna have to come back once I get my third. So cheeky. Each floor requiring you to come back around. The guy was in here. Service hatch. Okay. I'll take it. Come on. Doodling the kayak again. Shotguns. Readings report threshold activity. September 5th, 2023. Readings collected over the last 48 hours shows a rising increase in activity stemming from Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded reading exceeded the safety limit, necessitating a general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team. However, no alert or contact with external teams has been made. Per the recent amends to this procedure, as specified, the monitoring team will take no action until sign-off from either Dr. Marmont or Dr. Marmont has been received. Considering the rate of escalation that recent data indicates, the monitoring team strongly recommends that AWE response team be contacted immediately. Signed, Harris, lead threshold analyst. He might not be here anymore. He might not be the lead threshold analyst anymore. Might be too soon to tell, but I'm thinking he's a goner. Look, did you not just hear all of that? Just ignoring it like it didn't even happen. There's gonna be another set of enemies, right? Oh no, they must have all poured out. Thank goodness. Uh-oh, did you forget to wash your hands? Step into... That will live in my head rent-free for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be like 55 and then just have this flashback of pie. Cherry pie. Donuts. Ooh, is that apple pie too? She did say all types of pie. It's pie day. It's very rude to just walk in front of somebody like that. I'm walking here. Ah! Can't trust opening a single door in here. This poor woman's been, her body has been strewn about the whole place. It's definitely the same one too. Map updated. Background report, Rudolph Lane. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in AWE 35 while residing at the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. See case number 74 WA004 for information regarding his crimes and arrest. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by FPC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Watery, Washington, where he currently resides. Recent surveillance confirms he has no known personal relationships or affiliation with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of this report. A constant painting. What did they push you to do, Lane? I wish you could flip all of these paintings. It's driving me wild not knowing what lies beneath them. What rage. Don't touch. No touchy.
My team was on sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger.
We gotta get back up there. Point of interest, point of interest. Okay, we're having a lot upgraded. I'm just gonna, oh, clearance level 2. Oh, I guess you'd always be using your higher clearance level because then you could go anywhere. Sub-level 1, we gotta go there first.
Turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority.
Yep.
They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods. No.
Despicable.
Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
I'm too late.
Sub-level 1.
You fucking bastard!
Jules? That had to have been Jules, right?
Marmont
Yeah.
killed my team. He was taken by the shadow.
Oh,
I should get that gun while I'm up here.
yes, I should. Jules, you. The paintings, run. You cheeky bastard. He's coming after me. I hate it. I need to shift things around again. The Slinky Slenderman. Let me pop a save. I can't get into that until I move that.
Yeah, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. Comes to my lab and treats me like some kind of assistant. Un putain d'assistant? Moi? I run the lake house. This is my facility. Mine! He cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star.
Well, he does kind of rock out, no?
And he made fun of the name. Oh, the shadow. The shadow is good. It's evocative. He's just a jealous, spoiled little child. And I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name. To ces imbéciles là, hein? They all think I am a pencil pusher. They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront! I will take what they think is possible. And I will break it.
I don't think anyone will ever forget Dr. Darling's name. But I definitely think that scratch in the shadow. Scratch in the shadow can easily manipulate Marmont. He wants recognition, he wants to be remembered, he wants permanence. He doesn't want to be made fun of, forgotten. I hear slippery little footsteps, like little doo 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 doo. Okay. Okay, this is That's fine. Shouldn't be able to come here, right? Progress update number 5. Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. No proper lathe here, but at least it works. Now I need some actual black rock for the tests. I know there's some on sub-level 5, but the inventory supervisor doesn't get to access that floor. Next steps, source black rock. Black rock is what's used to fuel that. Oh, thank goodness. What is that? Oh, it must be ammunition for a thing. I need to heal myself. I only have one more. I'm running out. 0, 2. No doodling. What happened to no doodling? Pi day. Sensitive reminder. Attention all staff. Reassignment. Hello, Carla. I've decided to reassign you from Project Romnus to Inventory Management. Your title will be changed from Senior Researcher to Acting Inventory Supervisor, effective immediately. You may find this change sudden, but I have no doubt someone with a nut allergy like yourself will prefer to work alone in the inventory booth than out in the open where any dangerous pies may be waiting to hurt you. Perhaps some hard work will keep you from making any more unfounded HR complaints. Regards, Dr. Jules Marmont. Whoa. Was she the one that was like, I want to get out of here? I will find a way to get out of here?
Okay.
And
this should get me down to sub-level 5.
clearance level 3.
And this should get me past any other problems.
But we need to first. Hey, trial and error. Charge it by holding down. Charge shots go further and deal more damage. I don't want to expend anything.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in.
Yeah.
But the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, refracting. Urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. It always comes back to the cult and the murders that were happening, and also the murders that were happening in the dark place. Oh, look at that. What is that term? Gases. Power core storage. Opens from this side. I also have level 3 now. Level 3 access. There is another container right outside of this. Elevator has been moved, which means I need to run to the other side. I think. Yeah. Panel control. Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay, time to go. Trust me, I'm still freaked out. I'm just trying not to. Save. Go into the light. Painting figures too. Painted figures. I need to open that back up. I gotta get back to the elevator. Wait, the elevator's back over here. I can take the... It didn't switch? Okay. Beautiful. Clearance level 3. Well, let's go back down to -2. And I want
The
to...
shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity.
I should have known he was gonna
That
be.
made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Sublevel 2.
Sub-level 2. What? Need to find out what. Was this where Dr. Darling did this presentation? I think so. And then I... They're here. They're in here. Interview room. Stop. Stop. You... Man, what? How are you in here? How are you in here?
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
How did he crawl out?
But when a door is closed, a window is opened. I believe that's the saying. Lane may be gone, but he left us with a goodbye present. A final piece of art.
The art that's him?
This piece is raw emotion, pure truth. He put everything he had into this one. Literally.
Because it is him.
Every reading we take is off the charts. This is what we have been waiting for. It is the key. I will achieve what no one has before me. Not Darling, that arrogant shit. Not my selfish harpy or the wife.
So, we have a painter and a painting that can talk. Clearly connected. But Lane was dead before any of this even happened.
Or...
And I needed any of them. The fools will finally see me for the genius I am.
Oh, proving to other people will be your downfall. Or was his downfall. Shape of a man. You know, the sad thing about it too is he's going to spend all that time. He's messed up so many other lives and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, you're not going to change the opinions of somebody that's already been formed. Like, I'm not saying that people can't change their opinion about you over time, but at the end of the day, like, nobody's probably thinking about it that much. I get wanting to leave a lasting legacy or things like that, but him needing to prove his intellect or prove his thought and all of this, it just feels like it's a never-ending goal, because there's always going to be one more person that you want to persuade or one more person you want. They're never going to understand the same way that you understand, because you're the one putting your heart into it. I was thinking about it too, because with art pieces, we've explored this topic with Alan Wake, but every single art piece that you create as an artist, I mean, especially I imagine as a painter, it is almost like a piece of you is inside the painting, like a piece of you. You know, I say that with even like gameplay experiences. It's why, oh gosh, I mean, like there's so many games turn movies or TV shows that I'm just like, something about it leaves me feeling a little disappointed. And I'm like, it's because I'm not in it. It's because the whole reason I connected with the story in the first place was because I stood in that position. I got to have an impact on the story, whether it was planned, like predetermined, or it is choice-based and has a little bit more involvement from me. Like, a piece of me is in that playthrough. A piece of me is connected to that game forever because whatever I was doing in that moment, the sum of my actions, things going on behind the scene, like all of that comes out in your story. Like, it comes out in what you're playing. And so when you're creating a piece of art, especially from your own genius and from your mind, sharing worlds within your mind, it's such an intimate thing and it's very personal. And so for them to be like, you need to create this work of art, no wonder his final piece or his lasting piece could even be him itself, because every piece that he's ever created has a piece of him in it. Oh, okay, I'll be right back. Hold on. Okie dokie. Let's try to not get any of those guys to get near us. Kind of giving flat Stanley. Interview room. Black Rock. From Jules Marmont, co-head of research. Project Ramnus. Staff. Status of his, of his wife's project. As a head of research of the lake house, it is important that I am informed of all proceedings at this facility, since the other Dr. Marmont is failing to provide me with details about her team's progress. I ask that you all seek information from the members of her team. Anyone who comes to me with details on the project's current progress will be rewarded. Regards, Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research. Man, this is messy. This is extremely messy. It kind of reminds me of the moldy areas. Right. I don't think there's anything else for me to do, except go to the next floor. I'm gonna check on Ed, though. I'm worried about him. I guess there's no point in it, but then where is Tammy? Shoot. Okay, so that one changed. Hearing bubbling. Okay, go 3. 3, 3, 3. Floor number 3, and then follow up with the other 2 ones. Map. -3. There's 2 locked securities. Break room there, shifting phenomenon. Right, we came down here. Just trying to leap off the page. Don't. Get off of me! Get off of me! I hate everything about it. Absolutely not. Go to the safe room, go to the safe room, go to the safe room! Can you come in here? No. Absolutely not. I'm gonna need more heals. Emergency first aid kit. They're just touching me. need to get this stuff. I need to be careful. Because if he comes off the wall... Stop, stop, stop. Okay, I don't think they're in here. Well, they might be. What's going on? And I drive. Oh my god, do I drive? Where? Oh, get in.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake.
Make sure there's nothing in
Rudolph Lane painting again.
Okay.
His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost. We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. No.
Yeah.
We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold. Our live subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
Between this and Jules's, they suffer from the same drive and hunger to use art with the power. The shadow, we must first define art. Define an artist. A drug-using bum often wears a turtleneck and drinks red wine. Left-wing political views. Danger if left-wing politics made real by the shadow. Any right-wing artists? Not for abstract art or poems. Thesis. Does a critic define what is art? Where do we find critics? Kidnap, lure in critics? Or the audience? Are we the audience? Must we like the art? What is the role of an artist? Who is an artist? If you believe you are an artist, are you one? Do you need to be good? Does quality matter? Ooh, that's actually a really good question, because isn't it subjective? It's like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I feel like what one person feels like is this gorgeous piece of art, another person is like, are you kidding me? You're crazy. That? Like, it's so based off of the individual person. I don't know if it's that simple. You're trying to define unmeasurable. Like, I guess you're trying to create data for a whole line of work that is really subjective. It's the same way, though. Then how does the shadow interpret the art? Get a piece there. Nothing. All of that. Apple cord, just this.
Water dripped from the ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces. Bringing in live subjects had been her idea. Drip. Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
The way that Alan is reading this doesn't sound like him. It sounds not like Scratch. It doesn't sound like anyone. It sounds like imitation. Or maybe because we're on that topic, that's why I'm thinking that. But this page, it sounds so close, yet something feels fake. Something's not right about that. Okay, I finally opened these. I opened that. I guess apparently there was a container in the second one that I missed, but that's okay. Point of interest. Point of interest too. I thought we had been to those. We're gonna need to go back down and come up. Get your little cheeks in here. Please go, 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 go. Go, go, go. I hate long, lanky, like human looking, but not actually human. It's all uncanny valley. I don't like it. I don't like it. Room 4. It's probably gonna be a lot worse. Research archives, and then we don't even know what's in 5. 5 doesn't even pop up on the map. Great. Get to the
Sir, please hold.
This is not level 4.
You.
Hold. Please hold.
You again. What have you done? What do you know about Rudolph
The
Lane?
Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shame of a man.
I think you are Rudolph
I
Lane.
think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself, a self-portrait. Make them see.
Look, I might be able to help you, but I need information, cooperation.
No brush, just himself.
No brush, just himself. He is one and the same.
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush. Just himself. The strokes were crude. Violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Self-portrait. Brilliant. I mean, it's absolutely Alan, but it just seems so different than anything. It's gonna close. Let's see if it takes us to 4 after all. No. The real 4. The archives.
Sublevel 4.
But are all the other painting things also his creations? Research archives and then threshold experimentation. We're getting closer. Research archives. Do. Oh. Jules' photo's been knocked down. Security, safety, censorship. The best and the brightest. Protein.
Ooh, nice office.
Uh-huh. Kind of. Do we need to get a level 5 or 4 card clearance? Only you can prevent forest fires. It's cool to see the shelters again, but just seeing them. First of all, where's my little box? I guess here's our goodie box. But it's weird not to hit the button, like press it to open it. Six beds, 6 occupants, maximum. I still cannot believe there is not a partition for the toilet. I mean, come on. Can we not even get like a little, I don't know, a little folding screen or something? I understand when you're in a life or death situation, you need to bunker and shelter up, but can we not have like an ounce of privacy? That kayak is everywhere. Let's run up here real quick. This should have led us to the same room. Yeah. I guess nobody thinks about it until you actually. Dead bodies.
Come on.
Now, but antlers. Well, you've got to be kidding me. Everybody's dead out here. Oh, stop. Wait, this box? The archives. I think the paintings are here. The paint guys are here. Here's rock samples. Tons and tons of rock samples, all from this area. Doctor. Here. These little guys.
Okay, black rock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
Yeah. Tons of antlers. Reminds me of the room at our little lodge. Oh dear. Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. Do it. Step out. We're almost to the center. What? Stop. 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 Ah! Let go! That's not fair! They get you. Oh, there's 2 here. Try not to get grabbed. I have to try not to get grabbed. They're everywhere. For this stupid place. This is truly nightmarish. This was so well done. I gotta heal. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I don't want to miss anything, but whenever I'm fearful of the situation that I'm in, I end up missing stuff.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
Oh, she was taken. Here. Their hubris. Oh, Jules. Not Jules, I mean Diana. It's because I know Jules is... I know a female Jules, so every time I hear that, I'm like, oh. What is that? It's gotta be a taken. I don't even know which weapon to have on. Archives, typewriters. Am I back to the beginning? I don't even know where I am. I'm in a maze. To your photo. Wait. Looks like it came from there. It's building up to something. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? It's a big man. Why don't the paint people go after the taken? There are too many different forces at work here. We've got paint people, we've got hiss. No. Taken. Why I oughta. Photos turned. Flipped. Manuscript pages. Oh, come on. This has a similar, this section especially reminds me of all the, not a lot of it, but like some of the moments that are so tense in Resident Evil remakes. There's a squishy boy on the loose. Let this be over. Let this be over. I don't have any heals. There's two guys right here, There's two slinkies. I feel like I'm running in circles. I'm dead. I'm dead. I just don't have enough health. Releasing too early can disrupt. I hope that this gives us a heal. Wow, we are living on a prayer. Oh, what's supposed? I can hear Diana. I need more. I need another heal. I'm gonna go down. Am I running in circles? I don't know where I am. Wait, didn't I come this way? Where am I? Oh no, shifting geometry bullcrap. What? I've been here. Okay. One's behind me. No. I need a heal. I can turn the light on, but I'm not gonna do it yet. Anything to heal up on? Can't have my dream. Diana, same thing, Jewel is knocked down. I mean, I guess if this was her office. Such a creepy spot to have an office though, right? Forget all the rest.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time.
Who cares? It's a human being.
If those neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art's score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Brooker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jewel's lost his subject, though. We need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
It's not what happened to him, though. I cannot believe them. On the morning of blank, the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. Known professionally as Blank, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths. This person, during her time at the lake house, that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmont. And Dr. Marmont somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Blank were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff at the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Blank. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a Blank means of escape. All material related to and work produced by Blank will be stored in the archive for future reference. D. Online checks for the public reappearance of blank are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with blank in the past. Known addresses with para-utilitarian AWE activity. Redacted. This House of Dreams blogspot. Siren Society. Blessed blank. For the up-to-date full list. What if the musician that they had held was Estevez? I don't know. I know it's probably a crazy thought, but there was a scene where she was like, early when we were encountering all the stuff, she was like, take 6 deep breaths. Or I can't remember if they said that they taught her that. Maybe that was something that they then used for FBC procedure, but I was just thinking about this. Well, no, she never would have taken the case to come back here had she been that person. But they somehow used this song to create a method that was then used by the FBC. But I also was thinking about, sure, they're trying to track all public records, but the one place you could hide in plain sight could potentially be the FBC. You know, like they're going to do whatever it takes to hide their agent's identity and things like that. So if you wanted to hide from a certain, maybe 2 people, is that ridiculous? Maybe. The definition of art, a study. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open... I was just thinking about next they're gonna grab like somebody who's really good at like knitting or embroidery, you know, and they're just like really knitting after it. And dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing, Wake, cinematography, Zane, is also suspected, not confirmed. What about other mediums? We will need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on. Not to mention the myriad of genres and methods within each medium. And what about crafts outside of the most common artistic expressions? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Yes. Yes, baking, woodworking. Oh my goodness, it would be like cuckoo clocks coming to life, Why is music an art and philosophy is not? What about non-physical mediums? Does something become art due to its medium? Or its quality? Or perhaps simply through the intent of expression? Or an equation made up of all 3? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly, there is much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology, using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental. Then find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma, with many layers to pull away if we are to understand it, and ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years. Dr. Diana Marmont. No doubt if this was her sector, she was probably the one that put down Jules's
The lake house
photos.
was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. "I know you're here," they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home. Their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Oh, Tomb Beneath the Waves, by the way. The writing. Password. That's so satisfying, the clicky clackies. Hard work. Okay, there's a lot. Letter from Darlene. Diana, I just received a letter from Darlene about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks, Jules? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow this sort of thing. And he says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon. Like we are children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have any idea like this, come to me first. Diana, considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Regards, Dr. Jules. This was all 6 months ago. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's. Trying to harness another person's creativity and para-utilitarian capabilities. Foolish endeavor. Not Wake's, whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. No, Diana. I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we are dead? I am a head of research here, and I forbid you. I am a head, not the head, but a head. And I forbid you from proceeding. This was archived, never sent. You can't forbid anything. You are not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed more than I needed you. You always needed me more than I needed you. Crazy, because in Alan Wake 1, they kind of reference how Alan always, he thinks that Alice would be fine without him, but the inverse wasn't true. Hello, Dr. Marmont. Official complaint 2 days ago. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply been misplaced. I understand you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate this issue. Does that sound agreeable? Sincerely, Harry Kingston. Lot of... A musician. A musician who's been... Oh. Map updated. Threshold study. Progress in the lake house's directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of the threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and sources of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of containment and offensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE, though theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake, per mandate V29 HED. Hedron? Probably not, but with all findings being sent to Dr. Darlene as requested, no, yes, I think so. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted for 2018. Signed, Dr. Jules Marmont. Research mandate. Before Dr. Darlene was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the lake house with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into this phenomena, it has become clear that Dr. Darlene was not dreaming big enough, which leads us to the new goal of the lake house and its talented staff: to create a stable connection between the Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. Threshold traversal has only ever been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during AWEs, though this is often an involuntary response and process. The Shadow's known attraction to art provides us the perfect opportunity to create the world's first controlled bridge between dimensions that can be safely traversed in either direction. They are opening, this is opening Pandora's box. A laboratory will be built on sub-level 5, where experimentation related to linking with the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect with the AWE site in the lake and use art as a focal point to create a bridge. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processes involving art as a dimensional anchor, reality manipulation via art, and machine-assisted coupling. Signed, Jules and Diana. You have flown too close to the sun. A real Icarus moment, no doubt. Okay, let's flip it.
He booked the lab. Some big... I can't find the details anywhere.
Can't find the details anywhere.
Bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
There's another page. This we had read.
This doesn't look like Lane's style. A different artist.
Wait. This is... Red circle. Different artist. Dr. Casper Darling, FBC head of research. Something to get you started. I couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the lake house after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting to researching threshold blanks, reality manipulation effect wasn't too much of a shock for you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided you could all use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain blank a while back. D001 through 004, found in the attached envelope. Test for any reaction they may trigger with the shadow. Still don't like how unscientific that name is. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. I expect regular updates. Go team. Researches thresholds. Some drawings made by a certain files. Test for any reaction they may trigger with the shadow. This is Dylan Feden. This is Dylan Feden's drawings. P6. I wonder if the P in some of the previous works, that subject P was the painter. Subject P was for painter, but this is P6 for Dylan. Who is this person? Red circle right in the center of their... Dylan. I mean, the red circle could basically, I mean, that could almost symbolize the hiss taking over somebody's brain. Standing alone. I'm thinking the hiss is inevitable. Another drawing by him. Always showcasing the red. The tree. Instead of the tree and its roots turning red.
A light switch cord.
This just got so good. Her painting's been tossed down. Is his face up? Hers has like water damage over it. I think it's the floor. Maybe no, it's like kind of scratched over. Casper wanted them to look into Dylan's drawings. Falling down. Yeah. Like a flipped in reverse. He's definitely falling down. This one. I mean, it could just be a generic face, because once they become hissed, does it matter who they once were? What is he trying to tell us? There's my elevator. I don't think it's safe to go out. Here we go. Rule of threes.
Quick lesson on light switch cords. If you find one, pull it three times.
I guess they have to say that because they have no idea if somebody's played Control or not. Just want to make sure there wasn't anything else I was missing. Blue. Same thing. I was like, does the color change anything, really? Could be black hole. Last one.
The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection.
Right.
The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere. But I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
Yeah, I know the Ocean View Motel. This is not... There's not even symbols on the door. Go back this way. I can't go that way. You have to press forward. Reload this. Reload everything. Nothing on the doors. That is not the symbol for the oldest house, right? Is it? Am I forgetting all my symbols? Is that Jesse? Maybe it is. I thought it was the triangle. I gotta go back and look at it. On me, definitely messing that one up. The oldest house. A spiral. Well, the symbol. It's a mixture of Jesse. If you go this way. Trench? Trench and Jesse mixed together. Spiral. I know, I think it is a spiral. It is. It's like the spiral. So I guess depending on
Panopticon.
the writing.
But the Panopticon is at headquarters.
I could have... What? I could have sworn that... I guess I was always getting the key and just going in, and maybe I just went on autopilot, but I could have sworn it was a... The triangle was the symbol for it. That's Dylan. You know what's cool is okay, it's no surprise. So, fun fact, by the time I'm recording this, the trailer for Control 2 has come out. Yeah. Dylan in that trailer is walking upstairs like this, and we see something. We see him kind of being stuck here, like in this open space. Yeah, I don't think that's... Wait, well, why would it say Panopticon? Wait. It's shining. I'm in a forest. Dylan. Can I walk around? You can't talk to him from this angle. His hair's growing out. Who are you?
I'm Agent Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
Are we in the Panopticon? Okay, I'm not gonna waste my time asking questions that I mostly know. Why are you in a cell? Why are you in the pen?
There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
This is a waste of time.
Mistake can't escape. What happened at HQ?
Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked.
4 years ago.
No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay. Okay.
Attacked by what?
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. I need to know if it...
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
Is that really the oldest house? It felt wrong somehow.
Whoa. Do you know what that achievement that just popped up was titled Murderer and Victim? And I was thinking about that. But that is like a beautiful, well, a hauntingly beautiful way to describe Dylan's experience, probably, and what we're going to see him go into in the second part. Tell Jesse I tried. And those were glimpses directly from what we saw later as the trailer. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I need to scroll back and like take that frame by frame. But we saw the mold. We saw altered version of New York City. We saw him with his long hair and his jacket and soon to be his object of power or service weapon or something. We saw that glimpse here at the lake house though. This box, it traversed us to the Ocean View Motel, to which it looked different, and we went through a door. I need to go back through because I think that is a door that we never went in. I'm pretty sure the door to the oldest house. Okay, hold on. This is one thing. I gotta look this up right now. Door to oldest house. Ocean View. I need to know if this is what I think it is. I need to see what it looks like. The door that she would always go in. Yeah, the door that she would go in was not that. That symbol. Yeah. It was one of the triangles. This new symbol, that has to be the symbol for what's behind the door for control too. A different reality, I suppose, right? They all take you somewhere else. Some different altered reality. And that would make sense. I think every time we would go into the Ocean View Motel, that one was across from maybe the spiral or across from the oldest house door. But I remember, no, because I think the oldest house, there was always the black pyramid and then the white pyramid. And then you had that symbol, you had the spiral symbol. And then I think two more. But I remember looking at that symbol one time and being like, oh, you could have sequels about what's behind the other doors.
At least my
and
voice
sure
is
enough,
back to normal.
murderer and victim. Dylan. Maybe succumbing to the hiss inside his head. This. Holy cow. I'm tempted to explore, but I don't have the health. When did this expansion come out? This expansion probably came out like a year or two ago. I think it was after the 2023 is when the game released. 2024, I think the Game Awards, or the Game Awards at 2023, they announced the DLC. I think it was last year at the Game Awards. That's like a bandaged face.
1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
Count to 6. That's directly from that song, that musician. I'll tell you what it reminds me of from here. You can see it's held up, suspended. Reminds me so much in a lot of Silent Hills. There'd be a canvas of skin, like a hide of human flesh, but you could make out like what looked like a mummified person. That's what it reminds me of, but just a painted.
Hell.
Dude, I would say the same thing. I'd be like, oh hell no. Blackrock, deploy. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Are we gonna get a little 1-2 save? Little 1-2 save anywhere? I'm off the grid. Look at this. Freaking elevators. Not level 4 threshold manifestation. Can you save from in here? No, you can't. Okay. I mean, it's being held surrounded by a ton of black rock.
The marble
Claremonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced, it was unstable.
Sloppy.
Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Put that painting. Jules. What? Diana? Huh. Oh. Till death do us part. Now would be the great time to... Oh. Dude, you can't tell me that does not feel like the... Oh, okay. Iconic scene in I'm Gonna Die. Absolute iconic moment in Resident Evil. Well, maybe you wanna...
Where'd she go?
Can I pull this? Oh, Sugar Shack. She's throwing rocks! Girl! I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm dead. Didn't have a lot of health in that moment. This is not how the story goes. I'm trying. I got bruised and battered. I let that out too early. I can't use that. She's like a normal. She's been impacted by the darkness. Shoot. Let it all out. Shoot.
Why did you think this was a good idea? Where'd she go?
She's up there. Okay, well, how do we do this? Okay, I just have to run. I can't block that. Okay. I need to get out of here. Heal. She's back.
Like I needed more.
What? What was that? Paint monsters? You kidding me, girl? Ow. What is this fight? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is definitely scales different than the base game. Whoa. Okay, am I not dodging at the right moment? I do like the siren.
The threshold's about to fracture.
Let her go up there. Okay, she's going up there. Run over here.
Where'd she go?
I need to heal up. stay here. Hide behind that. She's gonna bring out paint monsters. Or something.
Like I needed more problems.
Rising tensions at the Bureau. Oh, shoot. Fire it. Reload this thing, just in case there's more paint monsters. She is throwing. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. Is that another paint monster? Oh, shoot. We have nothing.
Why did you think this was a good idea?
Wait, right there. I'm in the process of doing something. Whoa. I am reloading here, girl. I need to reload more than one of these. There is nothing left to your body, ma'am. Good job. Paint monsters, though. Don't trust it.
I don't have time for this. I need to shut down this threshold before it fractures.
Also, I only lost that fight twice to abide by the rule of 3, by the way.
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koska, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
What?
After the threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there.
And that's how she found.
You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmots were monsters way before the shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
That was good writing. That was really well done. But where is Tammy? End of chapter. Do do do. End of the lake house. Do 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 do. That left me with a lot more questions.
We wrote so many things, wrote them for you and me. We're here standing on a precipice. We are ready to take a leap, but that only comes after. For this was the end scene. This was the end of an era. This was the sum of my body of work. When I'll be long gone, you can hold this together. And
Whoa.
you can take it or leave it. Everything that comes after, and we'll always have this. All these moments that led us here. All this joy in these
Wow.
weeks, they're woven into
I like that ending sentiment. You see that a lot in multiple games. Pretty much the conversation of you have your traditional monsters, things that are distorted, things that are terrifying, the things that go bump in the night. But a lot of times what's even more terrifying than anything else are ourselves and our, like, humans' capacity to do what we write off as the unimaginable. But their ambition was their folly. But that was Scratch's manipulation. Because Scratch wanted to be found. I don't know, I think it was Scratch wanting to be picked up by the FBC. No, because we escaped the cult of the tree as Scratch. We were running through the forest. And then we ran in and got arrested by the FBC. But I think it was Scratch that was controlling all of that writing. Because it was the Return addendum. And Return was written by Scratch. Right? So it was Scratch's manipulation. I cannot believe that we just got to see those tidbits of what we then saw later in the Control 2 announcement. It's crazy. So, if it's an altered New York, and that was 4 years ago, so a lot has happened in 4 years. That's the other really important takeaway. By the time we're playing Control 2, I don't know if they're setting it to be... I guess they would be setting it to take place in 2026, 2025, either way. They're probably writing it to be 2026, because they wrote a lot of documents in this to reflect 2023. So, yeah, I feel like that's gotta be, that's years. So there's a lot. I have a whole idea. I have so many ideas about Control 2. Now they've also come to light with a lot of the details on what Control 2 is featuring, what it is, not being a spinoff. Looking for
I gave
release.
Ed Booker a ride back to town, told him never breathe a word about this. I didn't even bother detaining him, bigger fish to fry. And, that's it. So if you were thinking, Jesus, this lady's an asshole. Well, now you know why. You've only seen one case like this. I've seen a career's worth.
Dude, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how the FEC do it. I
Just
don't
trying
know.
to spare you the headache.
I would have loved to be able to go see it, though. I'll tell you what. To have her go see it. Oh! And that's a little bit of background. Man, she did kick butt in that, though. That was such a cool part. I don't think there's anything new, because that was really just like a little... Oh, we did get some new stuff. Ooh! All of Pat's are done, but we did get a new various artists, right? No? The Lake House. We found all 6. Yes! End of an era. Poe, 60 breaths. I didn't say it at the moment, but I was like, man, it kind of sounds like this road. That makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Jules' research idea. Man, that was brutal. I kind of liked that twist, too, of Jules being murdered by her, which I know sounds very violent and bad, but I don't mean it like that. I just mean it would have been very predictable to have... What ended up happening to Tammy? Now I can't remember for the life of me. Cell block door. Oh, I have that one locked away. This case is closed, but... Yeah, let me go back over here to where we're at right now. The trail case, fact versus fiction, case solved, the story. We can go to the story on this one. Yeah, I guess I was thinking that you were gonna have to fight him, and I was like, oh, okay, here it is, Jules. They were equal, and I think that was the kind of the cool part, is they're equally twisted. Their ambitions were their downfall equally, you know? But I think they were being incredibly manipulated by, well, I guess it just goes to show you how dangerous the Force is outside of our realms of realism and reality are, is you are having to, just like Saga's having to separate fact from fiction. How much was Jules and Diana's own ambition bringing out the worst and the monsters within them, and how much was the darkness? And I think that's the scary part about it, is the darkness latches on to already, like, the darkness can't attach itself to something that doesn't exist. And that's like human nature, right? We have this whole myriad of different emotions and feelings, and that doesn't mean that we are primarily putting a lot behind one. Like, we feel anger, but that doesn't mean we're always an angry person. But the darkness can't twist something that isn't already present, so it digs down deep to what we're shameful of. Like, I think it definitely plays the most in shame. Shame is very powerful, a very easy and powerful thing to manipulate and cause people to do some of the most shameful things when they're feeling ashamed. Like doing, I wouldn't even say shameful things, but doing very irrational things, or sudden movements when you're kind of scared and feeling like you are a bad person. But it doesn't mean that they are a bad person. It's just the darkness pulling to the surface, right? So we're talking about this ocean. And actually, that was what I found to be really cool too, is, and it just twisted in of itself. You have this above ground space. And when we started that mission, I was like, oh, okay, lake house above, you know, a couple missions. Then you go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then they decided to mess with the threshold. Really, I would say almost, I mean, I guess part of it was under the watchful eye of Dr. Darling in some cases, but man, Dr. Darling was so ambitious as well. And I think that's where all of these things, the hiss, the darkness, anything, ambition is a really dangerous one to be able to prey upon too. Because people, especially when they want to prove themselves to others, even if nothing they do is going to change the people's opinions on them or things like that, they'll still go to the ends of the earth to attempt to shift how people see them. Dr. Darling was a man of many decisions. Many decisions. You know, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, right? So yeah, there was, I mean, he knew what was going on there. And this goes back to as well, I don't know how the director is supposed to be tracking all of it. I mean, I guess that's where you're like, I love the role of the director because it says like the only person you should fail is yourself. So then you hire out and you delegate an amazing management team, but then you're putting your trust in other people, and how can you be sure that they're going to report everything back to you? There were so many things that were happening beneath trenches when he was ruling as the director that he had no idea of. Like, there was a lot of shady stuff happening, and it definitely is a twisted web of cover-ups and lies, and it's all funny because the whole FBC is covering up everything to the whole world, but then there's cover-ups within it, and it's messy. It is so messy, and I think that's just because it's run by humans, and humans were messy. We just are messy, and we're imperfect, and that's always going to be the case. But wow, this has been eye-opening. That was crazy. At least she was able to get Ed out of there. I still am wondering what the heck happened to Tammy. I didn't see any documents that necessarily spoke to that, so maybe I misunderstood, but I thought they did take Tammy to be a part of the, not the writing process, but no. Didn't they take Tammy and Ed to be a part of the writing process? So she's still missing, unless I completely missed a whole part of it, which is very possible. Okay, we are not ready, and we are not let's going, because there is more to do with Alan Wake as well, but I definitely want to keep the Lake House segments by themselves. So we will pick back up with the next episode, going back to Alan Wake and Room 665, furthering his story to the very end, and then we're going to come back as Saga and close this case. close this case. It's really nice as well because now that they've announced Control 2, I don't feel like, yes, I'm waiting with you guys for that excitement, but I don't feel like I have to wait super long to dive back into the world of Remedyverse, which will be really good for my brain because if you guys have been here for a while, yeah, the longer I take, surprise to no one, between playing one game and another game, there's a little bit of degradation to my memory. My goldfish brain comes out. And this is one of those series that I just think has been enriched by my ability to go back to back to back on it. So I am so ready when Control 2 comes out. I am just, oh, I got to do a second playthrough of that as well. There's more that I am bringing to you guys, so definitely keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah, that is the lake house. I liked getting to be in the world of Alan Wake 2 and stepping back into our favorite 70s FPC style locations and everything, and just seeing the messiness of that bureau and all of the sort. And it's funny too because I think one of the common reoccurring themes is you see like FBC or FBI, they come into a local sheriff station like this, and you want to look around and be like, wow, this is so basic, and it's run by amateurs, and you know, it's so easy to come in and be like, oh, hoity-toity, I'm above you because I'm at a more secret, super squirrel kind of place. But it's like, no, everybody has their own messiness, and you're not above hypocrites and having big scandals and also not doing things above, you know, by the books and everything. It's all just like a hierarchy that nobody is perfect on or has the moral high ground to say that they're better than another organization or anything like that. So, all right, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, YouTube. Yo bamboo, you never bother with yo bamboo. I don't know why, but I have this chitty chitty bang bang song stuck in my head and I just need to get it out.